Welcome back to the Bible in a Year Live Chronological Project. Today is week 9, day 4. My name is Sharone Dennis. I'll be your reader today. We're going to continue in the book of Numbers today, and we'll be reading chapters 23 to 25, which details God's protection of Israel against Balak and Balaam, forcing blessings instead of curses, followed by Israel's fall into idolatry and sexual immorality with Moabites at Peor. Key themes include divine sovereignty, the failure of curses against Israel, and the swift judgment of God against covenant disobedience, stopped only by Phinehas's zeal. So sit back, relax, and let's dive in. We'll be reading from the Names of God Bible, as we've been doing all week. Numbers 23, Balaam's first prophecy. Balaam said to Balak, "Build 7 altars here and prepare 7 bulls and 7 rams for me." Balak did what Balaam told him, and the two of them offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Balaam said to Balak, "Stay here beside your burnt offering while I'm gone. Maybe Yahweh will come and meet with me. I will tell you whatever he reveals to me." Then Balaam went off to a higher place where there were no trees. Elohim came to him, and Balaam said, "I have set up 7 altars, and I offered a bull and a ram on each altar." Yahweh told Balaam, "Go back to Balak and give him my message." So he went back to Balak and found him standing beside his burnt offering with all the princes of Moab. Then Balaam delivered this message: "Balak brought me from Aram. The king of Moab summoned me from the eastern mountains. 'Come curse Jacob for me,' he said. 'Come condemn Israel.' How can I curse those whom El hasn't cursed? How can I condemn those whom Yahweh hasn't condemned? I see them from the top of the rocky cliffs. I look at them from the hills. I see a nation that lives by itself, people who do not consider themselves to be like other nations. The descendants of Jacob are like specks of dust. Who can count them or number even 1/4 of the people of Israel? Let me die the death of innocent people. Let my end be like theirs." Balak said to Balaam, "What have you done to me? I brought you here to curse my enemies, but all you've done is bless them." Balaam answered, "I must say what Yahweh tells me to say." Balaam's second prophecy. And Balak said to him, "Please come with me to another place where you can see the Israelites. You will see only some of them, not all of them. Curse them for me from there." So he took him to the field of Zophim, on top of Mount Pisgah, where he built 7 altars. He offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Then Balaam said to Balak, "Stay here beside your burnt offering while I meet with God over there." Yahweh came to Balaam and told him, "Go back to Balak and give him my message." He came to Balak and found him standing beside his burnt offering with the princes of Moab. Balak asked him, "What did Yahweh say?" Then Balaam delivered this message: "Stand up, Balak, and listen. Hear me, son of Zippor. El is not like people. He tells no lies. He is not like humans. He doesn't change his mind. When he says something, he does it. When he makes a promise, he keeps it. I have received a command to bless. He has blessed, and I can't change it. He doesn't want any trouble for the descendants of Jacob. He sees no misfortune for the people of Israel. Yahweh, their Elohim, is with them, praised as their king. El, who brought them from out of Egypt, has the strength of a wild bull. No spell can curse the descendants of Jacob. No magic can harm the people of Israel. It will be said of Jacob and Israel, 'See what El has done.' Here is a nation that attacks like a lioness and is as ferocious as a lion. It doesn't lie down until it eats its prey and drinks the blood of its victims." Balak said to Balaam, "If you won't curse them, then at least don't bless them." Balaam answered, "Didn't I tell you that I must do whatever Yahweh says?" Balak said to Balaam, "Come, let me take you to another place. Maybe Elohim wants you to curse them for me from there." So Balak took Balaam to the top of Mount Peor, which overlooks Jeshimon. Balaam said to Balak, "Build 7 altars here and prepare 7 bulls and 7 rams for me." Balak did what Balaam told him, and he offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Numbers 24, Balaam's third prophecy. When Balaam saw that Yahweh wanted to bless Israel, he didn't look for omens as he had done before. He turned toward the desert, looked up, and saw Israel's camp grouped by tribes. The Ruach Elohim entered him, and he delivered this message. This is the message of Balaam, son of Beor. This is the message of the man whose eyesight is clear. This is the message of the one who hears the words of El, has a vision from Shaddai, and falls into a trance with his eyes open. How beautiful are your tents, Jacob, and the places where you live, Israel. Your tents spread out like rivers, like gardens by a river, like aloes planted by Yahweh, like cedars by the water. Water will flow from their buckets, and their crops will have plenty of water. Their king will be greater than Agag, and their kingdom will be considered the best. El, who brought them out of Egypt, has the strength of a wild bull. He will devour nations that are their enemies, and crush their bones, and pierce them with arrows. His people lie down and rest like a lion. They are like a lioness. Who dares to disturb them? Those who bless you will be blessed. Those who curse you will be cursed. Balaam's fourth prophecy. Balak became angry with Balaam. He clapped his hand and said, I summoned you to curse my enemies, and now you have blessed them 3 times. Get out of here. Go home. I said I'd reward you richly, but Yahweh has made you lose your reward. Balaam answered Balak, I told the messengers you sent me, even if Balak would give me his palace filled with silver and gold, I couldn't disobey Yahweh's command, no matter how good or bad the request might seem to me. I must say only what Yahweh says. Even though I'm going back to my people, I'll give you some advice. I'll tell you what these people will do to your people in the days to come. Then Balaam delivered this message. This is a message of Balaam, son of Beor. This is the message of the man whose eyesight is clear. This is the message of the one who hears the words of El, receives knowledge from Elion, has a vision from Shaddai, and falls into a trance with his eyes open. I see someone who is not here yet. I look at someone who is not nearby. A star will come from Jacob. A scepter will rise from Israel. He will crush the heads of the Moabites and destroy all the people of Sheath. Edom will be conquered, and Seir, his enemy, will be conquered. So Israel will become wealthy. He will rule from Jacob and destroy whoever is left in their cities. Then Balaam saw the Amalekites and delivered this message. Amalek was first among the nations, but in the end it will be destroyed. Then he saw the Kenites and delivered this message. You have a permanent place to live. Your nest is built in a rock, but it is destined to be burned. You descendants of Cain, when Assyria takes you as prisoners of war. He delivered this message. Oh no, who will live when El decides to do this? Ships will come from the shores of Cyprus. They will conquer Assyria and Eber, but they too will be totally destroyed. Then Balaam got up and went back home, and Balak also went on his way. Numbers 25. Israel commits idolatry. While Israel was staying at Shittim, the men began to have sex with Moabite women, who invited the people to the sacrifices offered to their gods. The people ate the meat from the sacrifices and worshipped their gods. Since the Israelites joined in worshipping the god Baal of Peor, Yahweh became angry with Israel. Yahweh said to Moses, Take all the leaders of the people and execute them in broad daylight in Yahweh's presence. This will turn Yahweh's anger away from Israel. So Moses said to the judges of Israel, Each of you must kill the man who has joined in worshipping the god Baal of Peor. One of the Israelite men brought a Midianite woman to his brothers. He did this right in front of Moses and the whole community of Israel while they were crying at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Phinehas, son of Eleazar and grandson of the priest Aaron, saw this. So he left the assembly, took a spear in his hand, and went into the tent after the Israelite man. He drove the spear through the man and into the woman's body. Because of this, the plague that the Israelites were experiencing stopped. However, 24,000 people died from that plague. Then Yahweh said to Moses, Phinehas, son of Eleazar and grandson of the priest Aaron, turned my fury away from the Israelites. Since he stood up for me, I didn't have to stand up for myself and destroy them. So tell Phinehas that I'm making a promise of peace to him. My promise is that he and his descendants will be priests permanently because he stood up for his Elohim and he made peace with the Lord for the Israelites. The name of the Israelite man who was killed with the Midianite woman was Zimri, son of Salu. Salu was the leader of a family from Simeon. The name of the Midianite woman who was killed was Cosbi, daughter of Zer. Zer was the head of a family from the Midianite tribes. Yahweh said to Moses, treat the Midianites as your enemies and kill them because they treated you as enemies. They plotted to trick you in the incidents that took place at Peor. They used their sister Cosbi, daughter of a Midianite leader, who was killed on the day of the plague caused by the incident at Peor. This is the word of the Lord. Amen. Thanks for joining us today. Remember to check out our website, BIAYLproject.com, where you can find all our happenings. You also can join us every Sunday evening at 6:30 p.m. on Zoom, where we gather to discuss the week's readings. Thanks for joining us. See you again tomorrow. Blessings.